So Nova has been really curious about mercenaries. In particular, Scabs is probably going to be in it, being a mercenary and all. And, well, she's outside trying to find out information about it since, well, Blizzard's so quiet. So let's go find Nova and talk to her. So, Nova, have you found anything out about mercenaries? No, it doesn't look like you have, but you sure want to chase me around. No, I don't know anything either. And, yeah, Nova. Well, you look awfully cute and... well, maybe let's talk about some mercenaries in This Week in Hearthstone.
Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, and welcome to This Week in Hearthstone, the 55th edition of our weekly news recap series where we take a look at all the news and events in the past week in the Hearthstone world. And, well, there's not a lot to talk about this week, and that's kind of the story. The top story this week is about mercenaries. Why are we hearing absolutely nothing about it? And we'll talk about just how ridiculous it seems to be. We'll also go over this week's Grandmaster results and it's halfway through the year season, so we'll go over the standings as well, seeing who's at the risk of being eliminated, who's doing really well as the Mailbag segment where I answer your questions. So the first top story, which is basically the lack thereof of a top story, but is a story in itself, that's a tongue twister, is Mercenaries. We had the big reveal stream of Mercenaries a few weeks ago. It was basically a PR disaster. We had PC Gamer, I think, a ridiculous hat with an article basically outlining a masterclass of how not to reveal a new game, and all the reception I got on my videos about it were like, I'm not interested, I don't want to spend money on it. And we're less than a month away now. I believe it comes out on October 12th. It's now September 13th, and we have not heard a single thing from Blizzard about Mercenaries since the initial reveal, other than this pop-up that comes up on your client when you go into the game, as well as the pre-orders you can buy in the shop. Other than that, nothing. They redirect you to playhearthstone.com, where you can look at some articles about the game, and it's crazy to me. I will highlight the people that are actually trying to promote the mode right now. They're trying their best. Trump has a video breaking down how Mercenaries works. It's a really good watch if you want to check it out. And Regis has a series going on about Mercenaries and like guides on different aspects of it. I'll link one of the videos below. You guys can check them out if you want. But basically, there's nothing from Blizzard other than pre-order the game mode, please. And we're less than a month away, and I'm just wondering why we have nothing on it. They're asking for a lot of money. The mode was really hype, people were really excited, and now the only thing I ever hear about it is just pure, like, either just laughing at how like not interested they are, or that's basically it. I don't hear anything positive about Mercenaries, and they have a big like challenge ahead to try and sell people in this mode, because there's obviously they put a lot of work into it. It's been in development for over a year. They have serious monetization attached to it, and we have still heard nothing. Even Ixar has like a disclaimer on his AMA that he's like not very involved in the mercenary stuff. Please don't ask me about it. And I just want to ask you guys, like, are you at all gonna be, is it like, what are they gonna have to do to like persuade you to be interested in Mercenaries and all that? Like, I'm gonna try it out when it comes out, but obviously they want money, and even as someone as whalish as me, I'm not spending a dime on this, especially with the lack of promotion. And we've talked about the regular game not working very well. I just don't get how they can expect people to realistically spend money. And maybe they will. Maybe they've just done their research and people are just that gung-ho on just giving money for almost nothing. But right now, I'm just like, can we hear something about Mercenaries? I would like to know more about it. The more I've seen from like Regis and Trump about it, it seems kind of more interesting. And you think Blizzard would be trying to sell their own mode more, but I guess they're doing the whole big reveal and then like the card dump style, like the card reveal structure, where, they reveal an expansion and go radio silent for 3 weeks. They're doing that for Mercenaries. Maybe that's what's going on. But overall, I think it's been just a really weird fail, a big fail, and I would just like to talk about the mode and like the stuff going on with it without having to like sleuth and dive through their like archives of videos and try and figure what's going on. And Yeah, so that's the update on Mercenaries. There really isn't much of anything still. Next, we have the Grandmaster results from week number 4, where we had on the Americas region a final 4 of Dmitry Kazov, Monsanto killing it all day, and Dreadeye, with Monsanto taking home the championship yet again. He has been performing extremely well, and we'll take a look at the standings for NA as well. I want to go over the standings. This is from, I believe, like Oddbot. It's a Twitter bot that shows the likelihood of someone getting relegated. I thought that'd be more interesting than just taking a look at points. And right now we can see Monsanto and Dreadeye are first in the standings and basically cannot be relegated. With at the bottom we have Eddie, Rami, and Frozen, all with an over 50% chance of getting relegated. So they got their work cut out for them over the next 4 weeks to keep their position alive in Grandmasters. Over on EU, we had a top 4 of Letta, Felkeen, Floki, and Frenetic, with Felkeen taking home the championship in week number 4 as well. He's been performing quite well. If you take a look at the EU standings, we can see that Frenetic and Gabby are 100% secure in their Grandmasters position for this season, with Psycho also really up there. At the very bottom, though, there's 4 people high at risk. You have Riorma, Tice, J4U, and Boston, all doing quite poorly. So again, they'll have to really step up their game in the last half of the season. And over on the Asia Pacific region, Give Please, Surrender, Oka Sudsuke, I think I butchered his name last week, and Bank Yugi all make the final 4, with Give Please taking home the week 4 championship. And if you take a look at the Asia Pacific region standings, Possessi and Give Please are 100% safe, will not be relegated, but there are 4 people really at risk, with Blitzchung at 50%, Dawn at 62%, and Alan and Shianso both around 75% to get relegated. So again, you could take a look at these standings, see who you're following, who might get relegated, who is safe. But yeah, there's another 4 weeks, so people could definitely turn things around, or things could go horribly wrong and get relegated. We'll have to wait and see. And lastly, we have the mailbag segment where I answer your questions. Again, if you have a question for me, leave a comment in the comments below with mailbag in the comment. So Soldier073 asks, what about a Zeddy talk with Raffle? Literally, you guys are my Hearthstone god. So the next one, if I am doing one, I think will be with Mark. I have to talk to him still about it. There's just so much going on these days. But yeah, I mean, I'd be down to talk to pretty much any Hearthstone personality that you guys would be interested. And basically, I'll feel free. Who would you like for me to ask? I'm sure there's a good amount of people that probably wouldn't be interested, wouldn't come on. I have no idea if Raffle would be interested. Chances are probably not. Who knows? But we could always give it a shot. And yeah, let me know who you guys would like me to talk to. NWO Druid asks, do you plan to do a sub Sunday type of stream? Play other games where subs vote for? So I have my new computer. I told you guys I'm in the process of upgrading it. I still haven't set it up. It's here. I'm gonna be taking the next 2 days to kind of rework my office. I don't know if I'm gonna redo the appearance of it yet, but at least get the new computer set up, everything going, and then I can start doing other games, like a variety style, whether it's on a Sunday, a Friday, or whatever. Yeah, I'd be down for like maybe playing like a Fall Guys with subs, or some kind of multiplayer game with subs. Who knows? The options are basically limitless, and I'm definitely open to that. So again, maybe you guys want to suggest games. Who knows? We got Max Hutchinson asking, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? Always get a kick out of the music popping up everywhere. So Final Fantasy is like my favorite game series of all time. I love the music. That's why you hear it so often. And for me, Final Fantasy VI is my favorite video game of all time, and favorite Final Fantasy, obviously. Final Fantasy VI, just absolutely love it. If I had to go like a top 5, probably say 6, then 10, then like 9, then probably 4 or 7 would be there. And there's big honorable mentions to like 12. I haven't tried 5. I've heard great things, but yeah, those are my favorites by far. And the only one I really don't like was 13. I found that one just to be kind of just awful, really. Next, we have a question from Captain Mofo. How about a top 10 ways to stop your opponent from completing their quest line? Well, that video, I don't know how it would make 10, because the only way to do it right now is to kill them. Or I guess play Mutinous and try and hit it's like impossible. It's one of the problems with the quest lines is they're so easy to complete. They're really impossible to disrupt, and outside of like a Mind Render or Lucia, which doesn't even really do the trick most of the time. It's just, there really is no way to do it. So I don't know how I could come up with 10 ways to do that, so I apologize for that. And last, we have a question from Oscar Memo. Blizzard calls you to work with Hearthstone. Team 5 devs, would you accept? If you said no, a ton of money will do the job. And then also, if you could add a new card to the game, what would it be and why? So if Team 5, for whatever reason, wanted to play me, which would never ever happen, probably not. I love doing what I'm doing. I'd probably be taking a pay cut, honestly, doing that. And I don't know. There's so many things you see and hear about Blizzard these days. It's kind of, you know, not really that enticing, if that makes sense. I love the game, I love the people there, but my goodness, it's see, there seems to be a lot more people leaving than coming, and I'll just leave it at that. And if I could add a new card to the game, I got this submission on Twitter. I thought it was quite nice. It's a Nova card that destroys quests, and I think that would be quite the beautiful card. So there we go. That's this week in Hearthstone. Hopefully we hear about those nerfs, by the way, pretty soon, the nerfs and buffs that are supposed to be coming out, and I'll keep you guys posted. As soon as that is announced, I will have a video out on it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.